Hey everyone, welcome back. I see that you have been enjoying the videos that I've been putting out lately. Thank you so much for all the encouraging comments that you have left me, and thank you to all my new subscribers. I hope to keep putting up something new every week. And regarding the questions that you have been asking me, I do try to come immediately and answer them right here on my channel. But if I have missed something, feel free to send me an email. My email address is on my blog, and that way I think you're going to get a much faster reply if you're waiting for it. But eventually all the questions on my channel will be answered, so if you're ready to wait, fine. If you're not, then do email me, feel free to do so. And I try to incorporate those questions, the answers to those questions into my videos, so that I don't leave you with half knowledge, because better to know nothing than to have half knowledge, as they say. So I would rather leave you with the whole thing. Whatever little I know, I'd like to share the whole thing. So if you think I have missed something which was important, do let me know, and I will try to answer it to the best of my capacity. Also, before I go any further, I think I should show you the color that I used for the skin color. I was also asked this question in the video where I showed the girl with the balloons. I think that was a Unity stamp too, and that was where I had used skin color, I think, if I'm not wrong. So this is the sketch box I used for skin color. It's a pre-mixed color, and that's the one that I used, the top right one there. And it's the box is by Sakura. It's their koi watercolors. It's a set of 24. I don't know if it comes in the set of 12, but this is the one I've been using. And also you'll be seeing me use this particular brush, and this is the brush that I always use. It's a Sable, and it's a series 7 by Winsor & Newton. It's a number 4 round. I also use sometimes 6, a 4 and a 6, but most of the time for finer work like this I use a number 4. And the other sketch box that you'll be seeing in the video, that is also by Winsor & Newton, and I do use sometimes, because that is far more transparent than my koi watercolors, so I use that when I have to really do a lot of layering, like I will be doing for the skin, or if I am going to be doing layers upon layers, especially in portraits like this. I like to adapt that more than the wet on wet, so because there's so many fine details, you don't want to miss them with the wet on wet look. So I try to do wet on dry with this one and layer my colors as I go. So that's the other sketch box that you will be seeing in the video as we progress. So I've started painting here. This image is by Unity Stamp Company. In fact, it's releasing just today. That's Thursday, May 15th, and I really loved the image by itself, but the sentiments are even more beautiful. They're really powerful and strong. So I made a combination of both of them, and the flowers that you see at the bottom of the image, that is from their Layers of Life kit. It is also again their latest or the current kit. It's from the May Layers of Life kit. And yeah, so I mix them up, and I start to paint. So I think I answered most of the questions that have been asked over the last couple of videos. If I missed something, I'll come back later and let you know. See you then. So the brush that I'm using is a Sable, as I mentioned earlier, but the most important thing that you need to look for when you are purchasing a brush is not about the hair. It's more about the fact whether the brush has the capacity to come to a fine point. So when you go purchasing a brush, you need to check for that, and sometimes most stores offer a glass of water perhaps to just test your brush if you go to a good art supply store to pick up your brushes. But the thing to look for is primarily primarily whether it comes to a good point. And the reason being that the brush, a number 4 round, any round brush, when it's called a round watercolor brush, that means it has a fat belly and a fine tip. So when you dip your brush in paint, in water and then in paint, it holds the water in the belly, and when you just graze it against your palette, it comes to a fine point. So that way you can use one brush to do your washes, at the same time to do your fine detail work. So one brush does it all. You don't need to keep switching brushes unless it's really a big wash where you're using a large size paper like a full or a quarter. Then you need to use a flat brush, that way you can cover much area. But for work like this, you just need a number 4 or a number 6 or sometimes even a number 8. If the brush is really good, you can pick up even a number 8, and it will still come to a beautiful fine point. And that's what Kolinsky sables do. And this one especially gift to me some time back by my husband, and it came as a set of 3 in a gift box, and it is a series 7, and that's one of the best sables by Winsor & Newton. But any sable will do, and any synthetic brush also will do. You don't need a sable, you have to just get a good brush with a fine point. So that's what you need to keep in mind when you go purchasing a brush. So here I'm switching to a fine point pen. The pen is by Faber-Castell. It is their Pitt pens, and I'm using the smallest size. It has a very fine tip and is ideal to do work like the eyes or the hair. It's a perfect way to add that. And also, if you're not too confident of using your brush for such finer details, then the pen is a very good alternative, and that's what I use there to do the eyebrows and the eyelashes and the eyes itself. So here I'm just adding a bit on wet wash to the bottom and to the flowers there and around the image itself, and I'm going back with a little bit of finer details to the flowers. Here I'm using a different pen. It's again by Faber-Castell. It's their metallic pens, and I'm using this one for the jewelry. So you'll be seeing me use 2 different colors, a blue metallic and a gold. I go first with the blue and then I go over it with the gold, just for a little bit of added shimmer and some added interest. That's about it, and it's easier to do it with a pen. You could use gold paint if you have that, but I found these much more handier. So that's what you see me doing there. So here we have another completed project. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had fun doing something new today, and the colors on the stills are always true to life. So if you really want to adjust the colors, or if you're trying it out and trying to match your colors, then please do go by the still colors. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon then. Bye bye.